Hi, this is Derek. My name is Derek Kopp. I'm starting a weekly conversation. Sometimes it might just be with myself. It might be with a couple other people. But the goal for these conversations is to help us change our perspective, to see things even slightly differently than we used to see things. My goal is to change my mindset, one little step at a time, continuing to grow towards the person that I want to be, changing my mindset along the way. And I know there are other people that also are on the same journey. And so this series is called Change Your Mindset, Change the World. Let me explain to you why. Every action that I take is a result of what I believe to be true about the world. It's my mindset. My mindset controls what I do. And when I do it over and over and over again, those are habits. My life is simply made up of decisions and actions that I'm taking because of what I believe to be true about the world. And if I have a limited view, or a broken view, or a jaded view of the way that the world is, then my actions will result in being slightly off kilter from maybe what they should really be, or what they could be. So my goal is to have conversations and talk about topics and ask questions to help change my mindset so I can change the world. Now, it's not just about changing my world. My goal is to help start changing the world. Let me explain to you why. When I change my mindset, the way I view the world changes. The way I act in the world changes. But I'm not an island unto myself. I have a wife and 3 kids, and as my actions change, as my mindset, my view of the world changes, then automatically it's going to start affecting my wife and my kids. Now, my goal is to do it in a positive way, in a good way. At Sunday school, there's people that I bump into. And as my world changes, their worlds will be affected. And maybe their worlds will start changing. And then as their worlds start changing, they bump into other people. And there becomes this compound effect that as we start changing our mindsets, and as we start changing our worlds, it's not just our worlds that are changing. We get to affect the world. Now there's, 8 billion people on this planet. Frankly, I don't expect that my mindset's going to touch every single billion, every single person in the world. But my goal is to maximize the change that I am able to affect and impact in this world. I believe God has put me here for a very specific reason and has given me relationships and friendships that are not an accident. And so I want to be responsible. I want to be a good steward of what God has given to me and challenge my mindset to continue growing, not just spiritually, not just financially, not just on all these different aspects, but in every aspect, to become a better person, you could call it. I want to change my mindset so I can change my world, and by changing my world, my hope is that other people, they don't have to believe exactly like me. It's not becoming my world, it's changing the world. So change my mindset, change the world. The way you act is a direct extension of what you believe. Now, you may act on a short-term basis a little differently than what you believe, all right? But in the long term, you will always act in accordance with what you believe. And if you're not acting along with what you say you believe, then I'm going to challenge you that you don't actually really believe what you think to be true. And so what I would encourage you to do is think of life on the long term, because life is long term. The actions that we take today are the basis for the actions we take the next day, are the basis for the actions we take the next day, are the basis for the actions we take 10 years from now. And if my mindset doesn't change today, my actions aren't going to change today. And I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. And I'm not okay with that. I want to continue being a good steward, continue being better of who I am. I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better friend. I want to be a better business partner or business owner. I want to be a better coach. So my goal in these conversations is to help me change my mindset so I can help change the world. I want to help you change your mindset so you can help change the world. I don't expect us to agree on everything. I don't want you to become my world. But I want to challenge the way that you see your world so you can change the world. So this series is called Change Your Mindset, Change the World. I invite you to listen in end on these conversations, ask yourselves questions. You don't have to change, but I think life is more exciting when you do change.